Hi guys, this is Vinyl Finds 83. I always get this wrong. The last video was like, yeah, this is Vinyl Finds 81, and it was 82. And probably today I'm wrong as well, and it's 84, and I think I'm, yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. The thing is that, I have some new records to show. Not a lot, so hopefully this is going to be a very short video. But yeah, I thought I would just take the time and do it because, yeah. Anyway, it's been a really busy week for me at work, and although I have some new records, I haven't had the time to listen to all of them. And yeah, well, some of them don't require any introduction really, but yeah, so that's why it's going to be a short video. Yeah, anyway, so what's playing in the background, because this is what's the first thing I always talk about. It's this one, Haikai no Ku, and the album is Ultra High Dimensionality. The name suggests it's a Japanese band. It's not a Japanese band. It's they're British based, and this is they have some stuff on Bandcamp, which I recommend you checking out if you're into this kind of heavy psych sound. It is inspired by, think of a mix between Mainliner and Rally's the Nude, something like that. So that kind of lo-fi Japanese inspired psych, but they're British. They have another album out as well, which is called Sick on My Journey. And it's one of those albums that I saw, I was like super excited, and then completely forgot about it, and probably I need to pick it up. It sounds different to this one. It's a lot noisier, and this is what you get here is like, really lo-fi kind of, massive guitars, and yeah, it's just awesome. Really, really good. Check these guys out. Haikai no Ku. Yeah, I guess that you can read. So yeah, it's out on the I don't know what the label is. Box Records. I've never heard of Box Records. Anyway, yeah, really good. Check these guys out. One of the quick ones, Commune. Yeah, I mean, no need for introductions here. Goat. If you don't know them, yeah, Swedish. They have this kind of unique, well, not unique in a sense, but they're playing this kind of psychedelic world-inspired music. So world as in Afrobeat and all these kind of more exotic kind of sounds, and they blend them into their music. I think that the first album is much better. There's a lot more fanfare going on in that record. This is a little bit more calm down kind of thing going on. It's still a good record, I think, but it didn't excite me as much as the first album, and maybe because there's no surprise, but it is a good album, so there you have it. Manipulator by Tysego. I haven't listened to this one. I've listened to the first side, and yeah, I mean, Tysego, I haven't got anything from this guy, which is really odd because I really like, the revivalist sound, as it seems, because I had this conversation, well, with, Josh was took the time and made a comment on my previous video about, oh, you really like, there's a lot of bands on, the revivalist movement, because I was talking about these guys. If you've seen my previous video about these guys, the Alalas, and he was saying that, yeah, there's like loads of bands. I was like, oh, do you know any? Maybe I've missed out some of them. And he did mention Tysego and basically the bands that I already knew, but I don't necessarily have stuff from them. And Tysego is one of those guys, and you know, he's very prolific. He has like bands, collaborations, you name it, he does it. Yeah. So Tysego, one side that I've listened from this is really good. You know, if you want something a little bit more comprehensive, yeah, you either have to wait or listen to it by yourself, because yeah, I have no idea how the rest of the album is. And what I've listened to up until now is good. It's a little bit of indie, a little bit of psych. It's not such a throwback sound, but like, you know, yeah, La La's, for example. But yeah, there's definitely, you know, elements of that there. Yeah, as you can see, it's still sealed. I didn't have the time to pop this open. Earth, Primitive and Deadly. I've listened to it partly on Spotify. I've managed to stream some of this, and to be honest, one of the reasons why I haven't popped this open yet is because, having listened to, you know, the stream, I think that probably this is not their best release. The vocals are a little bit iffy, in my opinion. I've listened to the Mark Lanigan one, which is, you know, the one that I was really looking forward to, and it's like, does it really work with Earth's music? I don't know, I need to give it another listen, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I'm a little bit on the fence. I bought it because, you know, it's Earth, you have to buy it. Something that, you know, I sort of had to buy, but I was not let down in any kind of way. Pol Bear, this is their second album, and it's Foundations of Burden, out of Profound Lore, double, you know. It's one of the rare occasions that I show a gatefold, because it didn't come shrink wrapped, and you know, I'm sick in the head in that way, and I don't open the shrink wraps because, yeah, I have issues apparently. Anyway, Pol Bear, yeah, sound that owes a lot to Black Sabbath, notably the vocals as well. I think, you know, there have been some comparisons drawn between Ozzy Osbourne and the singer from these guys. Very layered sound, a lot of texture in it, massive sounding as well. It's just brilliant, brilliant. If you're into doom and, you know, yeah, it is doom, and it's really good. I don't think that, you know, there's a lot that need to be said. People that know about Pol Bear will probably pick this one up. I also have the first one, which is really good, and this is a really good second sophomore album, sophomore effort, which is usually the hardest one. Pretty much the same case as with Goat, where, you know, it's a little bit, oh, can they pull it off? Is it a one LP wonder or one trick pony or whatever the case may be? And yeah, do I have any more? No, I don't have a lot. Yeah, I can do it in 10 minutes. Amazing. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. And I think this is last. This is pretty much last. Sorry, I'm just making sure because yeah, that's it. That's it. So, last one, not least, and it's very good if you will understand what I mean. So, you see these guys, Function and Vatican Shadow. So these are two great artists that decided to do an album together, which makes absolute sense. It's out on Hospital Records, which is very avant-garde, electronic, noise, whatnot kind of label. Yes, it is Hospital, like, not saying bullshit. So Function is a pure techno artist. I have his previous album, his latest album anyway, from Function. It has an I cannot remember the title, and it's just amazing, amazing techno. Matthew Foster had shown that one, Function. John K, Techhead, showed that as well, I think, or he mentioned it, I don't remember. Anyway, I had to buy it, and it was really, really good. Kratkin Shadow, my favorite electronic techno-ish kind of artist. He has a lot of, he's very prolific, he's done a lot of tapes and whatnot. He has a lot of albums as well. I highly recommend checking Vatican Shadow out. And he has like a massive 4LP box set, and just, yeah, I probably will not be able to find that one, but I do recommend his first couple of albums. Can't remember the titles. Anyway, yeah, it's fantastic, and a collaboration between the two is something that I should definitely buy. And yeah, it's from what I've heard up until now, because I've listened to the first album, first LP, because it's a double LP set. It's really good, and it does sound like a collaboration. You can hear the elements between the two blending together, and it is a good one, so it does work. And yeah, do check these guys out. Check them individually and check this one out as well. So yeah, that is all. Just 11 minutes. It's unbelievable. Can't believe it. I managed to do that. I want to do a now spinning video at some point. My series on, you know, what I've been playing over the last, like, you know, period. I have been listening to a lot of stuff, and I think that there might be a little bit more interesting, in the sense that, you know, now I have, like, as I said before, I have a critical mass of records where, you know, I can actually pull stuff out of shelves and stuff that I've shown like years ago, and, you know, I bought years ago, and, you know, I haven't listened myself for a while. So yeah, I try to do that as much as I can. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. A lot of people are doing videos, which is really good. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave your comment, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, subscribe if you think this is the kind of thing that you want to, you know, be inspired, because that is the reason why I do these videos, you know, inspire other people maybe to do a purchase, and as I am inspired by other people to buy records. So yeah, and that's it. I will be seeing you around.